Good morning, Janet Gaglione, the Mortgage Lady. This week's weekly tip is very, very important. It is about what happens with mortgage lending during the government shutdown. This affects all consumers, sellers and buyers, and all realtors, builders, and borrowers need to understand what is happening. One of the most important things that happens during a government shutdown is that every lender has to get what's called IRS transcripts. What that does is it matches the tax returns that you give to your lender to prevent fraud. That's the purpose of it. Well, during a government shutdown, that cannot be done. Every investor requires it, so it will be a delay. We also have to verify your Social Security number, and of course the Social Security Administration is not doing that during the government shutdown, so that will delay. That doesn't mean that a lender can't do everything and wait for that, which we can and we will. But the other part of that means that when everybody goes back to work, no matter how long this shutdown is, they also have to deal with the backlog of work and then come to your work. So it all depends on how long this shutdown is as to how impactful it is to mortgage lending. VA will not be affected except for the Social Security and tax transcripts. We can order appraisals, we can do everything through VA. They are still operating. FHA will operate fine for a very short period of time, but if this shutdown lasts for more than a week, then it will be impactful to VA financing. Not only are we waiting on the tax transcripts and Social Security Administration to do their thing for us, we're also going to be waiting on FHA to be able to do their process of things as well. So that will be a delay. The big delay is going to be in USDA. If you did not have your approval on Monday and you are waiting for an approval from USDA, they are absolutely not operating. So when they come back, after everything is hashed out in Washington and we all have an agreement and the government begins again, they will have to work through their backlog of work before they can pay attention to your loan. So I think you can see how meaningful this shutdown period is to government lending. The other thing is there is great disagreement amongst lenders as to how this is going to impact interest rates. My opinion, and this is strictly my opinion, is that normally when such an occurrence happens, investors flock to mortgage-backed securities and bonds for a safe haven, and that helps our interest rates. But this time is very different. We are up against the debt ceiling mid-October. That's only a couple of weeks away. I do not feel that investors are going to think that U.S. bonds and treasuries are the safe haven that they would be with if the debt ceiling issue wasn't here. So I have advised all of my customers to lock. Prior to this, I'm proud to say that they all listened to me. I just think that you have too much to lose and not enough to gain to take the risk. This is Janet Gaglione, the Mortgage Lady. I'm a loan officer with Monarch Mortgage. My telephone number is 704-608-4139. My email is jgaglione@monarchmortgage.com. Let me know how I can help you today.